Good morning, my name's Dr. Jeremy McAnulty from New South Wales Health. I'm here to give a COVID update for New South Wales for Friday the 26th of November. There were 261 cases of COVID reported in New South Wales in the 24 hours to 8 o'clock last night. In the same period, there were more than 73,000 tests reported. In terms of vaccination across New South Wales, 94.5% of people aged 16 and over have received their first dose of vaccine, and 92.2% are now fully vaccinated. Of people aged 12 to 15 years, 81.1% have had one dose and 76% are fully vaccinated. In terms of hospitalisations, there are currently 185 people admitted to hospital in New South Wales with COVID, with 27 in intensive care, 10 of whom require ventilation. Of those in intensive care, 22 have not been vaccinated, 3 have received one dose of vaccine and 2 have received 2 doses of vaccine. New South Wales Health's ongoing series surveillance system to detect fragments of the virus that causes COVID has detected fragments in a number of communities without known recent cases of COVID. This includes Blaney, Denman, Crescent Head and Grenfell. So if you've been in those communities, please watch out for symptoms, and if you get any even mild symptoms, come forward for testing right away. People who live in Victoria can only come to New South Wales for a holiday or recreation if they're fully vaccinated. Those who are over 16 years of age and who are not fully vaccinated can't travel to New South Wales for a holiday or recreation. And different rules apply to people who live along the New South Wales-Victoria border communities. If you have any symptoms upon arrival in New South Wales from Victoria, please get tested immediately and self-isolate until you get a negative result. Before you enter New South Wales from interstate, make sure you're aware of the rules before you leave. For more information, visit the New South Wales Government website. In this phase of the pandemic, it's the onus on all of us to keep each other safe, especially protect the most vulnerable in our community. At present, if you're not fully vaccinated, you cannot visit a hospitality venue except for takeaway. We're also seeing a number of COVID cases in schools, so we're urging parents to stay vigilant. Symptoms in children can often be very mild. Please keep your children home from school if they have any symptoms of COVID and take them to get a test. For 12 to 15-year-olds who are eligible for vaccine, you can go along to one of the state clinics, GP or local pharmacies for vaccine. If you have any symptoms at all, which might indicate COVID, please have a PCR test at one of our many clinics. A rapid antigen test isn't suitable for testing people with symptoms, so please have a PCR test at one of the clinics. Examples of where you could consider using a rapid antigen test, or RAT, includes before attending a gathering with people in crowded indoor or outdoor places such as family gatherings, weddings, funerals and nightclubs, before visiting a person vulnerable to infection such as an elderly person or a person who's immunocompromised, before going to a high-risk setting such as aged care or disability group home. And you can use a rapid antigen test whether or not you've been vaccinated. But if you've self-tested with a rapid antigen test and it's positive, it's really important you go and get it verified at one of the PCR testing clinics. This will ensure that New South Wales Health can connect with you while you're in isolation and provide care and resources to keep you and your family safe. If you have COVID and your symptoms worsen, please contact your doctor right away. People can get sicker quite quickly, so it's important that you call for help. So thanks again for everyone for coming forward for vaccination and for testing at one of the clinics if you have even the mildest of symptoms. Thank you.